We're back. It's just one night later from our video yesterday, and it is, I think so. It is. It's Tuesday evening. And I thought I'd hop on with Silas because Silas does not get a whole lot of airtime. He is a super awesome baby. One thing, for starters, that I'm thinking of right now that I love about him is his butt is heavy, really heavy. Let's see if I can demonstrate it. You're not gonna be able to tell from a video. His butt, it's 90% of his weight. It's nice. His head's not terribly heavy. If I would change one thing about him, it might be just to make his head just a little heavier, but it's not enough really for me to do it, to make a change to him. So hold on, we have a puppy on the move. Okay, he's gonna lay down. All right. So Silas is, he's a really long sold out kit. I saw one of him by the same artist that made him, and was like, wow, this is the doll that I could not get out of my head. Well, not this doll, the other one that she made, which I think she's made 3 or 4 of this kit. She was smart. She scooped them up. His sculpt is by Natalie Scholl, and I mean, it's like 2012 or 13, I want to say. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's right. He's super newborn. You don't see a lot around, although I saw, there goes that phenomenon. Soon as I started planning his custom, they started popping up, and right after he came home, especially, I started to see them around more. And so now we're lucky enough to have a couple in the community that I see in my feed every now and again. I know some of my subscribers have this kit as a girl, and he's really special. So let's get him into some baby whites. This kit has, as you can see, 3/4 arms and full legs. Most of the people who watch my videos, you know kind of a lot about kits, but as I understand it, before I got involved in the hobby, long before I got involved in the hobby, there's been a progression of body styles on different sculpts, and I think it was used to be, I think they started out with like quarter limbs, so like cloth down to here, or at least that was more common, and then it was more common to see 3/4 arms and 3/4 legs, and then a lot of artists seem to have moved to full arms, and a lot of artists are doing full legs. A lot of artists are doing full arms, but there's still certain kits that are 3/4 arms. And when I was first starting to collect, that was like the ultimate that I wanted to go for, was the full limbs, so they could wear really short sleeves or sleeveless tops without an issue. So I've owned both. I think my first Reborn, Norman Walker, I think he was 3/4 legs, if I remember correctly. I really kind of need to have full legs because I love the babies to sit in diapers. So that's a must-have for me. But I find that there are certain things that I like about 3/4 arms that really, it's not a deal breaker for me, where before I thought it would be. But now that I've had a lot of full arm babies, it's not a deal breaker for me anymore. Maybe something about the motion, the more ease of flopping out. I'm not sure exactly what it is that I enjoy about it, but I do know when he was getting ready to come home, that's one thing that I was kind of looking forward to, maybe just because it was something different. I love this white onesie, or I guess bodysuit is what you should technically call it. This is from Mother Care. I love their bodysuits. And this is size newborn. So he wears size newborn, but he's obviously you can see he's a chunky newborn. Look at that face. He's so newborn. Eyes just open. Now, one thing that his artist is Tiny Gifts Nursery, Helena Z at Tiny Gifts Nursery. She did with her wills is she chose a larger size eye than some artists do, and that gave the impression of really that real peaky-eyed baby, and that made all the difference for me. He's got that little sucked in lower lip, and he just looks very vulnerable and very needy. Like he's on the verge of crying, or he's just waking up and looking around. I feel pretty confident in saying that this doll is going to be sticking around for the long haul. A while back, I was looking to do a portrait doll of my man when he was a baby. And of course, I've only ever seen one picture of him as a baby, so I could only go off of that. And I obsessed and found like 20 sculpts, did side-by-side photos and everything. But this particular kit was one of a couple that really stood out to me. And then I kind of forgot about it. And as I lay in regret for quite some time about not having purchased Helena's last will, who had painted hair, I remembered she had more kits. So I started planning him out, and then I almost sold him before he was made. I was going to sell my custom spot, so there were some adjustments that I was possibly going to make based on what the new buyer wanted, and then she changed her mind. So I said, forget it. He'll come home to me, and then we'll figure out what's going on. And then I came across my side-by-side photo of him with Michael's baby picture, and I realized how very much they do look alike. And so he was actually really the execution of a portrait baby that I had planned long ago. And so his first name is Michael, and then he has another second name because I really love the name. He was almost Silas. Now, Michael would like him to be called Michael Ronan. I might do it. I might change his middle name to Ronan. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, because I had a Ronan already. He now lives with my mom. He's the Reborn Clyde asleep. Also a little blondie. Right now, this guy is Michael Silas, because I needed an additional name because it's a little bit weird to like have a baby that's your partner. So I'm just looking at his thumbs. It's one thing about when you don't spend a whole lot of time with a particular doll, you don't notice a lot of details. And then you pick them up and you notice stuff like new. So, because of his sentimental association. He's kind of a member of the family. And to be honest with you, I am shocked that he doesn't get more love than he does by people who follow me online. Which, while I'm not motivated by that in my choices, it is definitely something that I notice. I notice a lot of stuff in life, so I definitely pay attention, or at least if I'm not searching out the info, I do take notice of the reactions. You know, this is the best look for him, is the super newborn. He's holding my hand right now. Now he looks sleepy. Hopefully it caught his feet when I was changing him. His feet are very expressive too, as are his hands. Another awesome thing about this sculpt. So he's in his fresh baby whites. It says happy being me. It's got a little giraffe. I think this is Mother Care also. I got from an Instagram sale. So right now, he and Lestat, my little vampire baby, are the two boys in my nursery. And he is all boy to me, the way he was painted. The kit can definitely go either way. Hey, little man. He's got gorgeous blue eyes. And he just looks right at you. Such a sweetie. Little fair-haired boy. Bring him a little closer. So that's him. My camera light went way down. But anyway, we thought we'd come on and spend a little boy time with you guys, because we do so much with Sparrow and Cricket. He doesn't get a whole lot of play, but if you ever come across this kit and are thinking about it, I can tell you that I definitely enjoy it. Also, the vinyl is very soft, so his fingers, I mean, you wouldn't want to crank them because you don't want to break the kit, but his fingers have some movement. It's a soft vinyl. Part of that, I don't think she's like did a whole lot of stuffing in the limbs, so that gives him some movement in his hands. It also makes the hands lighter, which I find that with the limbs being lighter, you have a little bit more ability to pose mid-air versus making everything super heavy. So his feet are kind of heavy, but that's the little guy in his outfit of the day, or pajamas of the night, or whatever you want to call it. Again, he's the Will sculpt by Natalie Scholl. He even has a little soft spot. Really incredible sculpt. And he is made to be the twin to Jaden, which is a sleeping sculpt, who was, I think, Natalie Scholl's first Reborn kit that she did. It says on the COA. I was looking to see if the year was on his head, but no, it just says N. Scholl. All right, guys. That's the little guy. Thank you for stopping by to visit us. And we'll be back with some more content soon. Sending out lots of love to you all. Look at that ear. Okay. Bye for now.